Hi friends, in previous video I have explained you about the reference elements, that is point, line and plane. In this video I am going to explain you the tools in sketch based features toolbar. Okay, so here the part design includes many features that help the user to create a model. Okay, the most common of these features will be introduced in this lesson. Okay, so the most common features are pad, pocket, then here we have hole and fillet, chamfer. So these are most common things. So for simple models we need only these features, but if you are doing some complex models you need all these other elements. Okay, so I'll explain each and every tools here. Okay, I'm not going to skip any of the tool, even though it's these most of the times only simple basic features are used. I will explain all the tools here. Okay, so first let's see the pad. So here in this we have three types of pads. Okay, first one is just a pad. A pad is a sketch based feature that adds material to the model. Okay, so to create a model we need to have one sketch. Okay, I have already drawn one sketch on YZ plane. Okay, now I'll click on the pad. So you'll get one window here, small pop-up window here. So one space is highlighted here, that is profile and surface. Okay, so we need to select sketch first. Okay, so by default some dimension is here, so that is 20 mm is here. So for 20 mm length it will add material. Okay, so we can change this. Okay, preview. Okay, so this is how you create a pad. So this is simple method. Okay, now here you can see the type. Okay, here we have the first limit. What is the limit? So limit is nothing but the length in one direction. Okay, similarly we have limit 2, that means the dimension on the other side of the sketch. The first limit is dimension on the first one side of the sketch, like this in this direction, and second limit is on other direction. Okay, the sketch is, you can see here, this sketch is there. Now if you see this, the dimensions are given only on the one side, that is 45 mm is given on this side of the sketch. If you give 45 mm on other side, it will extend to the other side also. Instead of if you want the same length on other side, instead of giving here, you can select mirror extend. So the same dimensions will be replicated on the other side of the sketch. Okay, so this is mirror extend. And you have one more thing. So for example, if you want the material to be added on the other side of the sketch, okay, so not this side, so you select this reverse direction, so it will go to the reverse side. Okay, so in giving dimensions also we have many types. Okay, so up to next, up to last, up to plane and up to surface. So these are the limitations we can give. Okay, so these same options are there on second limit also. Okay, and here I'll explain these things in the next few minutes. Okay, next we have, you can see here, direction. So usually the pad will be created normal to the profile. If you see the this model, it is created perpendicular to the direction, like perpendicular to the profile. So if you I can measure and I can show you how it is measured. See, you can select this and select this edge. It should be 90 degree, you can see here. Okay, that means this model is created perpendicular to the profile. Okay, now for example, if you want this in some other direction, how to create that? So I will show it just a minute. I have created one line. In this direction I want to create this model. Now double click this, go here, instead of this normal to profile, click on this reference and select the line. Now the direction of the model is shifted along the line. You can see here. Okay, so like this. Okay, I'll explain you one more thing. And you can see for pad, creation of pad, that you must have a closer profile, and also you can create pad for open profile also. Okay, I can show you, like with the open profile I'll show. This is the closer profile, already shown how to create pad. Now I'll create a open profile, that means it's not closing. Okay, exit. Now I select the pad. See, now initially you will get this error, you will get the feature definition error. Just read this: you must use thick option in order to use an open profile. Whenever current feature is the first solid feature of a body, do you want to use the selected sketch anyway? It just says, okay, it's saying this profile is open profile, so if you want to create pad, you must select thick option, like that it's saying. See, now you will get the model, otherwise you will not get any model here. So you must use thick option. So now in thick option you can give the dimensions here. Okay, the thickness of the part is one side thickness I have given. Let me show in which direction it is extruded. See here. Now sketch is here and thickness 1 is inner side. Okay, I will give the thickness 2 also. See, now thickness 2 is given on this side. For example, instead of this 1 mm only, I will select this neutral fiber. So what will happen? Each 1 mm will be extruded on either side of the sketch. Okay, sketch is here. From here to in this direction 1 mm and other direction 1 mm, it will extrude. Okay, I will explain this merge ends now. So for that we need another sketch. Okay, so this is how we will okay, just a minute. Now I'll create a sketch again on this plane. Okay, exit. Okay, now I'll go to pad again. Okay, if you see again, directly it creates one pad and it closes here. This is the one extra feature of this pad option. Automatically it will create a pad like this. Okay, now one more thing, now I will select thick option. Okay, now it is like this. Now if I select the merge end option, automatically the ends of this part will merge with the nearest another face. See here, this is another support here, so it will merge its ends with this part, so it will be created like this. Okay, so this is the use of this merge end options. If you switch off this, okay, it will come like this, and if you don't use thick, again it will create solid for this portion. Okay, and here we have one more thing, reverse slide. I can just click this. It will now give the error. I will tell you why it's giving error. Now I'll join these two, exit. Okay, double click on this. Okay, now reverse slide. See, you can see the difference. If you click on this reverse side, the solid will be created on the other side of the profile. So this option you will not get while creating the first pad. I have created the second pad. See here, in first pad you will not get this option, in second pad only you will get this option. Okay, you can move to the other side also. Though this is these are the few features, and I have to explain you one more option here. So these types of limits, so different types of limits. The first one is dimension, you already know it. Okay, so next we have up to next, up to last, up to plane, and up to surface. Okay, so I'll explain this now, just a minute. So before that I must create one pad here. I'll use this profile option. Make symmetry of this. Okay, so this is like this now. I'll exit and I'll create the pad. Okay, instead of thick I will create normal pad. Okay, so it is like this now. Also I'll create one surface somewhere on YZ plane. Okay, exit. I'll create one surface, C colon extrude. I'll type, let me see, it's coming. Yes, so mirrored extent, so I'll use some 45. Okay, so it should cover this solid completely. Okay, now it's covering. Okay, now I will draw one sketch on this plane again, because this is just to explain those 4 parameters. Is it? Now I'll go for pad. Okay, saying the working object isn't a body. That means, so whenever we create solid, you can see here sketch has come under this. So sketch always should be under part body. You can just drag and move there. Okay, and the under line should be on part body while creating the solids. Select the sketch. Okay, reverse the direction now. Okay, here you use up to next option. Okay, let me see where it's going. Just a minute. Okay. Because to explain this you need to have good examples. Okay, simply you cannot do this. Select the up to next option. Okay, just set preview. You can see here now, if you say up to next, so this will come, and I have not given any dimension, but still, okay, still this sketch is extruded till the next surface. This is the next stoppage surface. Okay, so if I'll give the up to last, see, you can see here it will create up to the last surface. Okay, and up to plane, if I give, so what it will do, it will create pad up to some plane. I'll select this plane as a reference. Okay, up to this plane, see, it's creating up to this plane. And one more thing, next last one is up to surface. I need to select surface here. I'll select the surface. preview, see it will create till here. So like this only it will create. So this is about the five type of limits. So dimension is normal, so whenever you create for the first time it will give you this option only, but if you want you can use these options also. Okay, so similarly you have the same thing in the second limit also. So this is about the pad options. So here I have explained all the options in pad. Okay, so I hope you understood the first tool, pad. It's very simple, so keep practicing this. Okay, so if you get more errors, so you should know how to solve. Okay, if you are perfect in any software, you must be able to solve all the errors, because when you work as a beginner you will get many errors, so you must be able to solve those errors. Only genius can solve these errors, because you must understand the software first. Okay, I'll create one more sketch. Okay, now I have created single sketch only, but now I'll create the intersecting sketches. Okay, because we need to see these things also. What will happen if you do pad on intersecting sketches? Select the pad, select this option. See, this is saying the sketch is self-intersecting, so you cannot do this pad. Now let me select this thick option. Now also it's showing the error, so intersect option is not working. When the sketches are intersected each other, it will not work. Instead what we can do is go here, right click, okay, go to profiles, go to profile definition. You can see this profile here. What you can do, go to sub elements here. Now you can select any one of the, first remove it from here. Okay, now you can select anything. Okay, so like this you can do, but you cannot select both the sketches. That means this is a single sketch, but you have two profiles. Okay, you can select a single profile in a sketch, but you cannot select both the profiles which are intersecting each other. So that's why I have created a sketch like this. Okay, next is okay, next is I'll create one more sketch here, big sketch. Okay, pad, just 20 mm pad I will do. 20 mm is very large, I'll reduce it. Okay, fit. Okay, so the next option is drafted filleted pad. The name itself says drafted filleted pad, so this option will create a pad which will have a fillet on its corners, and also the draft, like the tapering will be there on the pad. So for that you need to have another sketch. See, whenever you do not have any sketch, any solids in part design, you can see few options are, you can see here few options will be activated and few options will not be activated. You can see here, so you cannot use these options here. Okay, you can see here in pad you can use only this. Okay, but you cannot use these things. So that means you, for multipad, if you have two sketches, okay, no problem, but for drafted filleted pad you must have one solid. Okay, because to use it completely you must have one solid. Okay, I'll show you the example now. Okay, pad, 10 mm pad I have created. I'll draw one more sketch on this, because this is just to explain you what is drafted fitted pad. Okay, exit. Now click on the option drafted filleted pad, then select the profile. You can see here it will give you the guidance fully here. It is saying select the profile. Select the profile now. Okay, you can see here there are two limits. One is first limit and another is second limit. You can see here also first limit, second limit. So in first limit I already have given the dimension. That means the first limit is in the top. So from this surface, so for 50 mm I'll create the first limit. The second limit I'll select as this surface. Okay, that means it's 0. Okay, so I'll select that. Now you have first limit, second limit, okay, and you have angle also here. Okay, so this option will create a pad which is drafted at 5 degree. Okay, and in this case the first element will be neutral. Okay, and we have lateral radius, first limit radius, second limit radius. I'll show you what is that. Okay, preview. So like this it will create the model. Okay, so here the lateral radius is nothing but this portion along the length, along the height of the model, and the next is first limit radius is this one, this portion for the top portion. Second limit radius is for this bottom radius. Okay, these are the three type of dimensions, and you can see a draft angle here. Okay, just a minute. Preview. You can see here actually the sketch is from here to here only. So the sketch is created from here to here, but you can see here it's drafted like this. From the first limits, you have the first limit is neutral. That means the dimension of the first limit is same. This is the width is same as the width of the sketch. Okay, from here it will draft like this. So it will create 5 degree extra material. Now if I select second limit and if I say preview, you can see here this entire model is getting reduced. So the second limit becomes fixed and it will create draft from here. Okay, so material will be removed here. So this is about drafted filleted pad. So like this it will look. Okay, so this is about the second option. Okay, you can see here for drafted filleted pad, see here this is the first solid, but for this option we have these many operations. That means all these 5 operations are created with the single tool. Okay, so padding, drafting, then filleting. These are the 3 fillets. You can see here if I click on this, you come to know what is that. See, for these edges fillet is created. Second is this top and this the bottom. Okay, so this is about drafted filleted pad. So all are interlinked. Okay, next is multi-pad. So here, let me just a minute. You can create number of profiles which are not intersecting each other. Exit. Exit. Select this multipad, select the sketch. Okay, now you can give the different dimensions, like for height you can define different dimensions. You can see here in this box. Okay, you can select the first extrusion. This is the first sketch. Okay, for this you can give some height. I'll give 15. You have the second limit also, if you want you can give. Next is even you can create this pad in some other direction also. Okay, second I'll give some 30. Third profile I'll give 55. Preview. So this is how the models will be created using the multipad option. Okay, so this is about the padding options, different padding options. Okay, exit. Now you can see the next option, pocket. So this pocket is an pad and pocket, both are similar, but these things have the opposite features. Okay, pad adds the material and pocket it removes the material, and all the options are same, so there is no difference. Only thing is pocket removes the material, pad adds the material. Okay, you can see here I'll create one sketch. Okay, simply I'll create one circle here. Okay, so remove. Basically you see by dimensions I have given, even inside options are also same. Okay, here we have thick, mirror direction, reverse slide. See, this is preview. Okay, one hole is created. If you give reverse slide, other direction will be removed. Okay, the material outside the profile will be removed. If you give reverse slide, inside material will be removed. So similarly you have options here, thick options. I'll select the thick options here. So like this it will create. So like this it will create. Okay, so this is about so there is nothing much to explain in this feature, because we have many more things to learn. So the only thing is these two are opposite features, that's it. But every options inside these two are same, so there is nothing special in it, only feature is opposite. Okay, the next I'll directly go to the next option. Okay, so if you have any doubts about these pockets, you can directly contact me for any doubts, any kind of doubts. You can contact me, I'll explain you. Okay, the next option is the shaft option. Okay, what is shaft? Okay, so shaft is a revolving object. Okay, which revolves around its axis. You can see here in this tool image, you can see one axis is there and one feature is revolving around it. Okay, so this is called as the shaft. Okay, this tool adds the material. Okay, by revolving about its axis, it adds the material. And we have another option here, groove. So both are same options, but groove removes the material and shaft adds the material. Okay, so let me create one sketch to explain this. Okay, so here we have now we will come to know the use of the axis. Okay, I'll explain you. First, initially I'll draw one sketch. One circle I'll create. Okay, you can see this is created in negative x and y, positive y quadrant. Okay, you can see here x is positive here, negative here this side. Okay, exit. Now I select shaft option, so you can click on this sketch. Now you have options to select the axis of revolution. Okay, with respect to which axis you want to revolve this sketch. Okay, now see here, this is created on xy plane. Okay, when you create this feature on xy plane, you must select either this axis, okay, like this, or you must select this axis like this. Okay, But when, for example, if the sketch is intersecting y-axis, you cannot use y-axis. Since it's not intersecting with any of the axis, you can use both the axes. For example, if your sketch is somewhere here, it will intersect with the y-axis, so it will be difficult, or it will not be possible to create the relation option. Okay. What will happen if you select the z-axis? Let me see if it's working or not. See, it's saying the profile is locally perpendicular to the direction between the profile and the axis. The relation can't be defined at the place. Choose the profile and an axis. Don't give an auto intersected relation primitive. This is the error it's saying. Okay, you cannot create on the another axis. Okay, cancel. Because see here, so z is vertical and you cannot rotate around this axis like this. You cannot rotate. Okay, so it will not create any feature. Okay, this is about shaft option. Here also we have different options. Preview. Okay, we have thick profile. Here also this is limits. You can see here you can define the angle also. For example, I want to create only 180 degree. Okay, you can create it. The other half also you can create. Okay, or else you can define 75. So like this also you can create. Okay, now what will happen if you select thick option? You can see here it will create hollow tube like this. It will create. Okay, and you have, when you select the thick profile, you can see here the thickness of the shaft will be given here. Okay, you can see the merge end option and neutral fiber also. You can see neutral fiber means it will create material on both sides of sketch. Even you have merge ends option. So this is similar to the merge ends in pad option. Okay, so this is about the shaft option. Now similarly we have groove option. Okay, you can select the same sketch. Okay, let me see whether it's possible or not. See here, because the sketch size is same, so it will entirely, it will remove material and there will not be any model. So now you can do the thick profile here. Preview. I'll select the merge ends option. Okay, it's created, groove is created, but it's not visible now. So let me check whether it's created properly or not. I'll go to sketch and I'll cut the material. It's not created. Okay, so I'll edit this sketch. No, I'll create new sketch. Okay, the same plane, or I'll create a sketch on this plane. Okay, rectangular sketch I'll create. Now I'll select the groove option and I'll select this axis. Preview. See, like this it will create. It will remove the material. Okay, so this is about groove option. Okay, let me check the merge end option also here once. I'll try doing this. Okay, I'll create the pad. Now just a minute. I need to create one more sketch here. Exit. Okay. Shaft. Select the axis. Preview. Here you need to select the thick option. Just a minute, because both the profiles are intersecting. Select the shaft option, select this, okay, preview. Now I select the thick option here, okay. Now I will select merge ends. You can see here the ends are merging. If you don't use this thick option also, by default it will create a shaft like this, okay, like this it will create. But if you select the thick profile, it will create shaft only till here, okay. I'll give this as 180 degree. Okay, this is 5 mm. Now you can give merge ends, so both the ends will be merged, okay. So this is about the merge end option, okay. So these are so the same options we can use in Groove also. So here we will remove the material, here we will add the material, okay. Next option is hole. The hole is also a feature which removes the material, okay. Select this. You can see as soon as you click on this tool, it's saying select a face. You can read here, select a face or a plane. Optionally select a point or line first to position the sketch, okay. Either you can directly click anywhere on this plane, but for example if you know the location where you want to create the hole, so you can directly click on the point or the line, okay. Now I'll simply create somewhere here, okay, somewhere here on the plane. Just a minute, okay, it will locate here somewhere. Now a simple hole will be created. You can see this image, okay. The same hole will be created here, okay. Now reverse the direction of this preview, it will create a hole. So this is just a simple hole, okay. You can see the symbol also here. The same symbol will be replicated here. Double click this, okay. You can see the diameter here. So the diameter is this portion, okay, and this is depth from here to here, okay. And if you want to position the sketch, for example I randomly positioned the sketch, I don't know the dimensions from the edges and all, I just click on this. Now you can position this, you can move somewhere here and you can give the dimensions from the edges. Okay, I want 45 degree here, 45 mm here, and here I want some 50 mm. It will create somewhere here exit. Okay, so like this the hole will be shifted to the new location. Okay, and here we have the same option. This is similar to the option in pad and pockets. So normally it will create a hole normal to this surface. Okay, if you want in some other angle, you need to define the reference line. Okay, here you can see here the hole is flat, so end is, you can see that the finishing end is flat. Now if you want to select V bottom, you need to define the angle. So like this the hole will be created. Okay, so you can if you see, you can see, you can now you'll come to know the use of shading with edges and hidden edges. You can see here how it is created. See here, so if you create flat, you can see the difference. Okay, so this is the bottom types. Okay, now here we have the different type of holes. This is just a blind. Okay, here you can see this is actual dimension. The type of holes will be defined here. This is simple hole. Okay, next we have the tapered hole. You can see for tapered hole you need to define angle. Okay, you can see the anchor point here. Okay, another we have another option so that we can move anchor point to the opposite side. You can see the difference. You can see the difference here, what will happen if you toggle the anchor points. Okay, so here initially you will create the blind in blind option. So this is actually a type of limits here. Blind means you need to define the dimensions, and here you have up to next, up to last, up to plane, and up to surface. So this is similar to the pad option. I'm not going to explain these 4 options again. Okay, here you can define diameter, depth. Okay, again I'll come here and I'll go to counter board. In counter board you need to give the diameter and depth. Okay, so here you can see whatever the dimension the area is there, that will define here, and if you come to extensions you will define these dimensions. You can see here in image itself, you can see using the image itself you can you'll come to know what are the dimensions you need to define. Okay, and here next option is counter sunk. Okay, counter sunk dimensions you need to define. Okay, so like this you will create the hole. Next option, counter drilled. Okay, so like this you will create the holes. Okay, even you can click here, you can define the standard diameters and all. Just a minute, it's loading here. Even you have the thread options also. Thread definition options are also there. You will get many standard threads. Okay, so with the help of that also you can create the holes. Okay, it all depends on your requirements. You can also access from some other library. Okay, it's still loading, so because of my system it's taking more time. It has come. You can see here, you can give the tolerances. You have the different ASO standards here, numerical values also you can define here, symmetric. You can see here itself it will show. So okay, and here you have the table here. You can give the different values here, H7 like tolerance values. Okay, single limit, min max. So these informations you can give. Okay, even you can define envelope conditions and all. Okay, so next I will go to thread definition. Okay, select on this threaded, so it will be activated here. So you can see here metric thin page, metric thick page. Okay, so click on this. Okay, again you can see here you have many standards. Okay, and even you can add the standards here. If you go to here, if you have some catalogs outside the CATIA, you can select that and you can import it. Okay, and you can change the thread definition, left threaded and right threaded options. Okay, this is about the whole creation. Okay, and next we have here actually we have more options to explain, so that's why it will take more time. Okay, already 45 minutes I explained. Okay, I'll make this video for 1 hour and the remaining things I'll explain in the next video. Okay, so next option is rib. Okay, to create a rib, okay, you must have one profile and one center curve. So this option will extrude the profile along the center curve. Okay, so this is about the rib option. Okay, actually the rib is a profile which is swept along an open or closed center curve to create a 3D feature. Okay, thus the profile can be swept along an open or closed center curve to create a feature. Okay, so I'll create one small sketch here. Okay, so for that no solid is required. Exit. Okay, now we need to create one profile. Okay, I'll create one profile. Another profile you must have. I'm creating some profile here. Okay, now select the rib option. Okay, so sketch is profile is selected. Now we'll select the center curve. You can see here the rectangular profile is swept along this curve. Okay, this rectangular profile is swept along the first sketch, this sketch. Okay, so the profile of the rib can be controlled by simply using one of the three choices under profile control selection window. Here we have the three options. Okay, to control the profile. Okay, so what will do this keep angle. So keep angle means the sketch will create the it will maintain the constant angle with the center curve. Okay, the next we have the pulling direction. Okay, for that you need to define some pulling direction. I'll just try to give some directions. So it will be twisted if I give this direction, even it's giving more error. Let me try some other angle directions. Even because this for this closed profile, so it will be difficult. So I'll change this curve now. Okay, I'll change the curve. Exit. You can see here I have created like this now. It's now keep angle. You can see it has maintain the same angle here. Okay, now I'll go to the pulling direction. I'll give pulling direction as x-axis. Still it's giving error. It's saying it will be twisted like that. It's saying. Okay, so I have defined the pulling direction as a z-axis. Just preview. Okay, so this is how you can control the profile. Okay, and you can give the some reference also if you have some reference surfaces. Okay, okay, so basically you have 3 profile control surfaces. I'll explain you more about these in the next session. Okay, so for that, because you need to have model. Okay, while creating some models I'll explain you about this feature. Okay, because to create model itself it will take more time, so I'll just explain you what are these 3 options I have. Okay, you can see this mergence option also, move profile to the path option we have. Okay, you can see here. So the different options we have here. Okay, so this move profile to the option you will get only in reference surface. Okay, you can create the thick profile. Okay, you can see here. You can see here thick profile is created. Even you can create neutral fiber, so like this will be created. Okay, for creation of pipes or some extruded objects in different curve, we can use the rib option. Okay, this is about the rib option. Next we have the slot option. So this is same as rib option, but in slot option the material will be removed. Because explaining with the examples for each and every tool, so it will take more time, so I am just pushing to finish the explanation of the tools, and I'll explain all the options again while doing the examples. Okay, so this is exit. Create one more profile. Exit. Okay, go to slot option, select this. I have not created any center curve. I have not created. Now I'll select on this. Okay, and say preview. See here, it's cut like this. Okay, now what I'll do, instead of creating like this, I'll right click here and I'll create extract. Okay, so another window will be opened here. Okay, now here propagation, I'll select the tangent propagation and select this line. You can see, so this edges will be extracted. Okay, see here, you can use, instead of creating another sketch, you can create like this also. Okay, the thick option. It's showing some error. Okay, you can extract outside also. can directly go to GST. Here you have option to extract the lines or edges. Okay, I'll directly select this and I'll extract. Okay, again I can go back to part design, slot, select. Okay, see, like this you can create. So this is about the slot option. You can remove this area and you can give the constant same thickness, like soap box you can create using some other option also. You can create like this. See here. So these are the features of CATIA. Okay, you can give the fillet, all those things you can give here itself. Okay, so like this you can create, then you can create the shell, so that here also fillets will be created. So like this it will be. Okay, so this is about the slot option. Then next we have head downs the options. That is, one is stiffener and the next one is solid combine. So I'll explain this in the next session. Okay, so don't forget to practice these 7 options. Pad, inside pad we have 3 options, and pocket, inside this we have again 3 options: shaft, groove, hole, rib, slot. So these many options I have explained in this video. Okay, so the next remaining things I'll explain you in the next video. Okay, so till then, so keep practicing, and if you have any doubts, please you can send me the message. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video.